This is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy, it's loud, it's hectic. We're in New York City, but I want you to listen to the No Holds Barred Network.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode number 19 of the All Elite podcast right here in the No Holds Barred Network. I'm your host, as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host of the All Elite podcast, Kyle Masters, and I'm always joined by my co-host. She is Tiffany at Loves to Dream 82 on Twitter, located right above her head and located above my head if you're watching us on youtube.com/NHBWR. And if you are, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and that bell icon to let you know when we're going live and any other upload content to the channel. If you're listening to us on the go, thank you for listening and downloading us on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Spreaker. Wherever it's convenient for you to listen to us, we are located everywhere for you. And I'm actually working on getting us on Google Play. It's a little bit harder with Spreaker converting to Google Play for whatever reason, but working on that. I guess according to Google Play, Tiff, they said that they're the ones that review the podcast and put you on there. Even though we got reviewed by Spotify and got on there pretty easy, but I guess Google Play Music is exclusive.
I don't know. My channel is on there, so you shouldn't have a problem.
I'll get us on there. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the podcast, this is where we talk about anything new and exciting in the world of All Elite Wrestling. Of course, it's exciting. We are like 24 days today now away from Double or Nothing.
Oh my God.
And just like months, I guess we're counting down the months until the official TV show kicks off, and we're officially kicked off with All Elite Wrestling. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. We go over being the Elite. We go over the road to Double or Nothing with the big headline with the thumbnail today of Cody throwing shade at Triple H, basically a rebuttal for his Hall of Fame speech. If you guys didn't see it, you need to go and watch Triple H talk about AEW and kind of take a subtle jab at them in his Hall of Fame speech, and then Cody kind of rebuttals it in this week's Road to Double or Nothing. Very quick one. Basically, just a promo cut by Cody. It is a promo. A lot of people were like confused at this and trying to defend Triple H. I'm like, this was a promo, guys. Like these guys are professional wrestlers. They cut promos, and people just can't, I guess, cipher the difference between a promo and real life. You know?
Yeah, emotional. Yeah. A lot of people on Twitter said they were crying. It was.
Don't get me started with Twitter. Me reading Twitter about the WWE and the people kissing their ass. Oh my God, people are ridiculous. Anyways, guys, welcome again. Like I just said, if you're new, make sure you're following us on Twitter at All Elite Pod. We have a bunch of social medias to follow on. Actually, not a bunch, just 3. But on Twitter at All Elite Pod. On Instagram at All Elite Pod as well. On Facebook at All Elite Podcast. All links are located down in the YouTube description for you guys. So make sure you are following us on each one of those social media outlets. And like I said before, we are available to listen to on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Spreaker. And soon to be Google Play Music once they figure out how sweet and awesome this podcast is. We should be on Google Play Music. Just saying, Google.
Damn.
Damn, my phone just went off. But yes, we are available to listen to on all those platforms. Guys, go check out our merch stores, the AEP Tees, presented by KayFabe Tees. We have our official merch store, 4 awesome shirts with a 5th one on the way soon at whatforapparel.com/AEP. The link is located down in the description for you below on YouTube. We have a awesome AEP shirt, which I'm rocking today. We have the All Elite Podcast Merp t-shirt from our earlier episodes. We have the Pissant Company from the jab that Triple H gave at this company. And then we have the hilarious, I guess, Fuck the Finest t-shirt on the right there.
I got to wear that. I got to get it.
And speaking of KayFabe Tees, guys, go check their website out. They are the ones who are presenting our T-shirts on our behalf. They have awesome, sweet merchandise on their website, guys. Go check them out. They got the Brett T-shirt. If you're a merch sheep, you get a merch sheep T-shirt. Matt Tavenate, your Ring of Honor champion, and so on. You got a bunch of other awesome shirts there. Full Beer Challenge, The Mark, anything like that, guys. Go check them out. KayFabeTees.com. And as always, a message from the Executive Vice President of KayFabe Tees. When is that duck? When are we getting the penguin plush? When are we getting that?
Joshua, come on, Josh.
It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon.
By the way, since we didn't bring it up, whatever money we make off our T-shirts, we are donating to Culture City.
Big important. So,
yes.
guys, our T-shirt website, which I'll put it back up on the screen for you guys. So, any shirt you buy off this website, we are not making any profit off this. Zero. Anytime you buy a shirt from this website, all profits are going to Culture City, which, if you guys don't know, is it's a huge campaign with AEW and the sensory rooms that they're providing for their events going forward. So anytime you buy one of these T-shirts, all proceeds will be donated to Culture City. So we are not making a profit in any kind from these T-shirts. So I thought we'd give back.
They're like $15.99, right? That's our price. The shirts.
I think it's $15.99. Yes.
Yeah. So whatever we make profit off of it, it's being donated.
So yeah, go buy some T-shirts. Support Culture City. Culture City, if you're listening, got you, bro. Got you back.
Hey, you want to talk about our other friend, the Candy Girl?
Oh, other friend, yes. So, I've come in contact with someone over our Twitter who actually listens to our podcast. She makes these sweet looking candies. She's made a bunch for a lot of people in All Elite Wrestling. So, transition on the screen for you guys. Kay's Candy. At KARIMENNASHE. Yes, I spelled it because I do not want to butcher her name. I don't know how to say it. We're going to have to find out how to say that right. Unless you can take a jab at it, Tiffany.
Hold on a second. I'm going to drop her in.
I'm going to say it's Carrie Minash.
Yeah, Carrie Minash.
But she's made these sweet-looking candies, guys. She's made some for the Young Bucks, SCU, and All Elite Wrestling. So we're going to give her a quick shout-out today on the show. So go check out her stuff, guys. And there's her Twitter handle on the screen. And if you're listening to us on the go, it is, again, at KARIMENASHE. Kay's Candy is her name on Twitter as well. So, guys, go show her some love and follow her and check out all her beautiful candy. I believe you can order from her as well, can you?
Yes. She lives here in New York, so I'm not sure if she delivers outside of it. So I will find out, but hit her up. So, but she goes to a lot of the indie shows as well. So
awesome.
I'm gonna pick some up. Maybe we'll get some AEP candies.
Oh, I'll eat that on the air.
There you go. I'll have to mail Kyle some.
Come out. Not stale by the time I get here. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, also with All Elite Wrestling, guys, there's only a few left. As of last night, there's only 7 of these things left. If anyone didn't see it, Pro Wrestling Crate for the month of May is going to be All Elite Wrestling featured. I believe as of last night, there's only 7 crates left. They might be sold out already. If there's not, you still have a chance to get your Pro Wrestling Crate with All Elite Wrestling theme for the month of May, as low as $9.95, guys, per month for a Pro Wrestling Crate. You get to choose your plan on there. There's a couple different plans and a couple different crates to choose from, whatever you guys like. You can cancel anytime, or you can do a year-long subscription. It's all up to you guys. Please go check out Pro Wrestling Crate on behalf of Pro Wrestling Tees with this May's theme of All Elite Wrestling. Tiffany has ordered hers.
Yes.
So she'll be getting hers. I'm a little bit late to the party. Don't know if I'm going to order one or not.
Get one.
It's tough because there's actually a lot of stuff on Pro Wrestling Tees website that won't ship to me for some reason. Like I don't know if anyone's seen, they just put the Double or Nothing poster on there.
Yeah.
I tried to order it, it wouldn't ship to me.
Really?
Yeah. When I went to put in my shipping information, it said there was no shipping. Like not like there was free shipping, but I couldn't pick a shipping method.
What?
Yeah. So I always get shafted up here. It's all right. I'm used to it. Okay.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I really
man.
wanted that poster. That poster looks sweet.
Sorry. You could ship it here, and I can ship it to you.
I could, but that's a lot of work.
Anyway, but yeah, so I will unbox it on the channel for you
Mhm.
guys. So I'm looking forward to that, definitely.
Other than that, around the All Elite Wrestling world, the thing we do, we just kind of check out what's going on in the world of All Elite Wrestling. One, if you guys haven't seen, I'll transition on the screen. We showed you guys this last week. The Librarian. Not too sure what they're going to be doing with this. I'm interested because right now there's 2 librarians at the moment. One, Leva Bates, who now I know who it is. It was Blue Pants from NXT. I totally forgot about her. And she was actually over with people, I remember, like right at the end of her NXT tenure. And we got Peter Avalon as a librarian. So who is the true librarian? So something cool came out of that this week that I picked up on because Leva tweeted it actually. The girl who does the artwork for the end of the Being the Elite actually made one of the 2 librarians. So you got Matt and Nick Jackson with Peter Avalon defending him, and then you got Cody and Kenny defending Leva Bates, who want her to be the librarian. So this was pretty cool. And Leva tweeted out saying she loves it. And you can faintly see the girl's Twitter handle, guys, if you want to zoom in and take a look there. That's who designs these cool sketches. And this one's pretty cool. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you think maybe we'll get like a match between both of them?
Maybe. Maybe
Yeah.
a gender
That intergender?
intergender match. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I totally down for an intergender match.
Or maybe it could be the sensory bag. This guy. He could be the librarian.
I don't know.
At Culture City, man. That's a good look right there. It's a good look.
I'm saying let's go for the bag. Make him the librarian.
He's got it in the bag, you might say.
Oh, I
but I don't know. We'll see what happens. But as for the rest of around the AEW world, Hangman Page, we got some stuff from Hangman. He's been Instagramming.
Yeah.
The one on the left, 29 days out at the time he put this Instagram post, getting the full year challenge. You can you see the hat emoji he put on top of his head there, the cowboy hat. And then 26 days out on the right, basically his exercise schedule. And he wrote KayFabe in there. What's going on with that? It's like he's got like the extra, but then the bar set he kind of blocked out. So I think that was pretty funny.
Maybe. I don't know. How you guys do with the full gear challenge, guys? How you doing, Kyle?
Well,
throw you on the spot.
Well, I mean, I've been drinking a shit ton of water. That I've kept up with. As for the gym, no, I had a hockey tournament this past weekend, and I'm kind of in bad shape right now. I throw out my lower back. I haven't been able to do anything all week. It's actually in pain right now, but that's what painkillers are for. No, I do not abuse painkillers. I take one a day. People, don't judge me. It helps, though. I think I tweaked my lower back something. Once it's all healed, maybe I'll go back to the gym. Maybe. That sucks. I'm trying to. It's hard. It was hard. I've just been drinking water. Water's been actually helping a lot, and it's been keeping me away from all the sugary stuff, and just been drinking a hell of a lot more water. I haven't stepped on a scale in a while. I'm kind of scared too. But I think I'm literally coasting at the same weight I was a couple weeks ago. I can't see a difference. Like everything fits the same. It's just I'd like to do better.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I feel you on that. Yeah, I haven't really been to the gym as much. I've been doing stuff in my house, and then it's hard because I have family in. So you know how it is when you have people over, and then like, okay, let's go here, let's go eat here.
Let's go eat all this awesome food that I can't have on my full gear challenge.
I know, it's like kind of killing me a little bit. So hopefully like next week, and then my knee's been bothering me with the weather here in New York, so it's been kind of killing me a little bit to work out. But I have a wedding Saturday, so I'm sure a lot of you guys saw on Twitter. I was asking, what should I wear? But it's interesting to see like stuff falling completely different on my body. So I don't think there's really has been a change. But next week, full back into it, like hardcore next week when my family gets back.
I hope so. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm bad.
We hope you guys are doing good. I know, like, I see a lot of people slacking on Twitter. It was like so hardcore on Twitter, the full gear challenge, and now it's been kind of quiet. I think
It's tough. It's the commitment level takes a lot.
I definitely want to continue. Like even after Double or Nothing, I still want to keep going. So that's my goal.
Mhm.
Even
Just
after,
take
I'm
it at
just
your
gonna,
own pace.
oh
That's all it is, you guys.
yes,
And you guys out there,
that's it.
just take it at your own pace. There's no rush. You're not Hangman Page. You don't have the luxury of working out and eating clean like that every single day. Like it's just take it at your own pace. Don't hurt yourself like I did.
Yeah. Actually, already willing and disabled said in the chat, injured myself on Tuesday in terms of upper body, but I managed my workout for today, getting back into things after having the weekend off because I will,
Oh,
because I was.
okay.
So, PW Fandom says, I see the change every single week. Keep going. You're doing fantastic. Oh, thank you. So,
I think he was talking to me. Just saying.
oh, well, oh.
Anywho,
No,
still
anyway.
back around to the All Elite Wrestling world. Sammy G. Sammy G's won the title in Pakistan today. He won a championship in Pakistan, so good for him. I'm excited for him for All Elite Wrestling. So we'll see if he can hold some gold in All Elite Wrestling. Other news, guys, if you are going to StarCast 2, and I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, but basically the schedule for Cody and All Elite for StarCast 2 has been released. There are the dates right there and a bunch of other stuff. It's also got the Double or Nothing official press conference tied into it as well. The meet and greets and all that fun stuff for that weekend. Everything will be right there on the screen for you guys to check out. So if you listen to us on Go, please go back to the YouTube version to check this out. I can't really read it from my end because the font is so damn small on my screen. But a lot of cool stuff. I can see he's doing the book release party for his Cody's book, Heart of the Mountain. So that's pretty cool. And then he's got a Smoke and Mirrors, American Rebel Gear.
The cigars.
Yeah, the cigars. Yeah, that's cool as well. So a lot of stuff, guys, to check out
Doing,
for StarCast 2.
what is it? Weigh-in I saw was also on the fight.
Yeah, the official weigh-in. It's on the 24th.
Yeah,
they're doing like a UFC style weigh-in. That's pretty cool. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be interesting to see to incorporate because obviously like they're gonna be all be in character when they're weighing in. So that's gonna be interesting to see how they incorporate that into it. So that'll be cool. So that's on.
that I think was $40 on the fight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Double or Nothing. We have official.
It's
word?
not up there yet. I'm
Okay.
assuming it's going to be, but that is on the Fight TV app.
Mm-hmm.
It's $40. So if that's going to be on there, why wouldn't that be on? Why wouldn't Double or Nothing be up there?
True. So it'll be on. We're assuming, guys, Fight TV. A lot of people have been asking us if we know who's showing Double or Nothing. I'm gonna assume it's Fight TV because if they haven't announced it by now, which is really weird, it'll probably be on Fight TV and regular pay-per-view or pay-per-view. Do want to talk about this, and it actually happened late last night, approximately midnight.
It was brought
Dean
up.
Ambrose posted on, well, now he's John Moxley, posted on social media for the first time in like 6 years, apparently it was. And all it was a video like this. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on John Moxley's page. He put basically this vignette. People were like comparing to like a Prison Break promo. Like it was interesting. Like the production in it was really, really well done. People are getting confused though. I've seen people saying it's a WWE repackage into John Moxley. I'm like, are you high? This is not WWE repackage. Did you actually watch the video? Everything the video represents is stuff WWE can't show on TV. So why would they do that? And I wouldn't think they would change his name to John Moxley. That's just stupid. So I'm just curious to see who produced this. Like, which company produced this? Unless he went to a person in the film industry that he knows well to make him this for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on, but some red flags are popping up everywhere. People are like, oh, is he going back to CZW? Is he going to New Japan? Is he going to Impact? I've seen millions of stuff.
Yeah.
Even, obviously, you're going to get it all the time. Is he going to AEW? Which I just found two things. Me and Tiff found two things over Twitter that is interesting. It could be, okay, we can't like jump the gun here. It could be they're just appreciating it and showing their support. But I'll transition on the screen for you guys. So, Cody Rhodes liked it. Literally, he liked it as soon as it went out. Like, as soon as it was posted, he liked it. And the curious thing is, and I didn't screen capture it, him and Cody literally have the exact same bio for whatever reason. It just says pro wrestler. Well, John Moxley says professional wrestler, and then Cody just says pro wrestler.
But he wasn't following. What I noticed also was that John wasn't following anybody. He got like a whole shitload of followers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if that's changed from like the last time that I look, but he wasn't following anybody. So, because sometimes like people will go through like who he's following, and that's what it was even with the All Elite, that they had liked all these stadiums. They're like, oh, we're gonna have a pay-per-view there. Oh, we're gonna have a pay-per-view there. So I don't know, but I thought that was kind of interesting, kind of not to drop the ball of where he's going either.
And then Joey Janela even quote retweeted, "Let's fucking go." Like, he was excited. So I don't know. It's just two, big names in the AEW world liking and tweeting about it. Drew some red flags. I'm not gonna say here and tell you guys right now that for sure AEW, fuck everything else, he's going to AEW. No. There's a chance.
Sean Spears also said, "See you around."
Yeah.
So I don't know. Everybody
jumped. Even if he does make an AEW appearance, it could be a one-off. Like we know, like he's been said that he doesn't want to travel. Like he wants to kind of take it easy now. Rest up because he's had a hard WWE schedule. I could see maybe a one-off, like Double or Nothing, and then that's it. He's not going to sign with the company, but he just appears to make it a big thing, and then he goes and does some other stuff. I wouldn't doubt that. I know from what I've heard, he still wants to wrestle. He doesn't want to take it easy too much. Mm-hmm. He still wants to wrestle. My guess is he's going to do a one-off with Double or Nothing, and then he'll go on to do other stuff with other companies, maybe Impact. And now Impact's got a big thing to just sign someone there. They're free to do whatever they want because they do all their TV tapings in like a day or two. So, I mean, he can go there, film a couple of episodes, and then, be on his way.
Right. There was also an article, since we're talking about this. Chris Jericho commented on Dean Ambrose possibly joining AEW and mentioned that he'd be more than welcome if that's something he wanted to pursue. I'm sure if he wants to come to AEW, he'd be more than welcome. When you have a great performer, it doesn't matter what company they were before they're in top level. But didn't we talk about this last week?
The door's open. They're basically saying that the door's open if he wants to come. They're not going to sit there and I wouldn't doubt they are throwing money around. They're probably saying where we have this to offer you if you do choose to come here. But I don't think they're going to be freaking nagging the guys, and texting him like every day saying, "You want to come? You want to come? 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 You know what I mean?"
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of people that aren't even signed to AEW that are going to be there at Double or Nothing. Plus, last week, if you watch last week's episode, we also talked about that they're not going to sign every WWE talent.
Yeah, which they made a jab at having too many people this week's Being Elite, which I'll bring up when we go over it. I found it pretty funny. I don't know if anyone caught it. But whatever he goes, whatever makes him happy, good for him. You know what I mean? If it's a one-off, cool. You know what? That just adds to how big Double or Nothing is going to be and really blow it out of the water. A lot of people were bringing up, too, in the video, the 2-5 thing with the dice. Because 2 and 5, the 25th, Double or Nothing. I found out that was the logo for a club in California. Like it was called the Viper Club. So, it could mean a couple of things. It could mean that it was filmed in California, like where this was shot, like where he did this promo. Like they could have been outside the club in California, and this is where they shot that scene. Or are they making us a hint jab? That's like a little Easter egg as to what, Dice, Vegas, 25, Double or Nothing, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of, people were picking a lot of scenes and using them as Easter eggs throughout this whole promo. I didn't, unfortunately, after rewatching it 2 or 3 times, I'm just like, it's a cool promo. It's really well done. It was cool produced. It's better than anything WWE would ever do. I loved it, and I love that he's going back to his roots of Jon Moxley. That's what I took out of it. That's why I was excited for it. You guys saw me tweet. I was just really hyped because I'm like, oh my god! Like I remember watching a bunch of Jon Moxley videos when he first entered NXT because I really wanted to know about this guy. And I remember watching all these crazy hardcore matches he was with in CCW. I'm like, damn, this guy's nuts. Like he's bringing this to the WWE, and they kind of obviously watered it down like WWE does all with everybody. So I was really excited when he, changed his name back to Jon Moxley, and that promo was basically all hardcore. Saw at the end with his hand wrapped in barbed wire with the blood. That's another thing, guys. If they're showing blood, it's not WWE. Yep. They black and white that shit. They don't like that.
You get fined.
So.
Stupid.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. I loved whoever produced that. Well done. Well freaking done. That was really cool. Other than that, we'll see what happens. If he shows up, he shows up. If not, eh.
I'm not making any more like assumptions.
Yeah, because I'll just get eaten alive by people because my production was wrong.
That's it. I'm done.
Which, you know what, I'm growing on the whole Dustin thing. I think it could be a really, really cool emotional moment. You know, the crowd's gonna be very invested into that match. So, and it's going to be most likely Dustin Rhodes' last match before he retires. So that'll be a pretty cool moment as well. But I'm not holding out. I think Marty and Cody is eventually going to happen. That's going to happen eventually. And it's got to be Cody because, you know, Cody's basically the leader of the Elite. And they completely forgot about Marty. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, you go after the leader. It wouldn't make sense for him to go after Kenny. Kenny was kind of wasn't he kind of still with Kota Ibushi?
Even with the whole MJF.
Yeah.
With the replacement of putting MJF's picture over Marty.
Yeah.
In the house on
It
the
could be MJF versus Marty. We'll see.
I don't know.
Other than that, that's it. Oh, I forgot to bring this up. I should bring it up now because I told Tiff I had to re-get the picture for OBS, and I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
So I mentioned earlier with our T-shirts, guys, that there'll be a fifth on the way. So here's a little sneak peek. And if you guys seen it before, the hashtag Fat Pharaoh. Need to found Fat Pharaoh while we were in New York over WrestleMania weekend. And it'll be officially made into a T-shirt. And the design will be on the right for you guys. Hashtag Fat Pharaoh with a PH, especially with a PH. And that'll be a T-shirt coming to the store very soon. And Tiff says she's going to try to get that doll.
Yeah,
Even if you get the smaller version.
Yeah, I'm going to get the small one. Because
where are you going to put that on camera? Where are you going to put that on camera?
He can sit in the background on the couch or something.
I guess so.
And probably McDuff will fight him. I don't know. Like
McDuff versus the Pharaoh.
That thing had to be like $70 or something. I'm assuming. I gotta go back into Manhattan and go see how much he is out of curiosity.
Fat Pharaoh.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Let's go into
what? Are we gonna do it? Being elite?
Be elite. Be elite. By the way, I'm all caught up with all the episodes. So I'm binge. I'm all caught up.
All right.
So I was actually talking. The only thing I was having a conversation with Anthony from Smart to Death, about the phones, and we were having this whole conversation even about Flip. So Flip was like, "Oh yeah, I got a ticking, on my phone too. So mine says 2 years. So maybe I know we were talking about this a little. Maybe Flip later next year." When his contract comes,
I think he's coming over.
He comes over. Yeah, I think he's gonna come over.
But we're at episode 149 of Being the Elite, and we opened up with the Lucha Brothers cutting a promo in Spanish, and then we get I call him Camera Mark. I don't know if he's got a name. I'm calling him the
Arthur
Camera Mark.
Trevor?
Yeah.
I yell at him.
Camera Marks.
Yeah, Arthur.
He wasn't happy that it wasn't in English. They're giving him shit, and then. The other one was kind of defending for them and trying to speak Spanish, and they were getting pissed at him for his attempt. And they just weren't happy. They were having another basically kicked them out of the room, and then they came running downstairs, just all pissed off that they couldn't get the promo done for the Lucha Brothers. Yeah, basically just ran away from them. So that was how we opened up Being the Elite. I was like, okay, interesting.
Well, it's good. We get some sort of promo, even if it's in Spanish. I can't understand it, but that's okay.
Come on.
Well, I'm half. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm sorry. So if you guys want to translate it for me, let me know. Write it in the comments.
Anywho, we transitioned into Young Bucks. They're home for Easter. We went over that a little bit last week, but we got the footage. Something they did pretty cool with the kids. This is like, if this happened to me when I was a kid, I'd be like the most happiest kid in the world. Or I would be pissed that there wasn't actually a lot of chocolate. So they set up an Easter egg hunt for their kids and all the cousins and stuff. And they have the plastic eggs that usually have the chocolate inside, but most of them had money. So basically, they're showing off how much money that they actually have from AEW by doing this Easter egg hunt for the kids and putting money in the eggs. I'm like, the one kid had $100 bill in her egg. I'm like, oh my God. Like, again, I wouldn't know. I would A, be like be insanely happy, or B, be like, where the hell's all the chocolate?
Adopt me. Adopt me.
Damn. So there was that.
I'd be excited. I mean, did you get like the pennies when you used to go trick or treating when you were a kid?
No.
The bat? No. Oh my god.
Pennies? You got pennies trick or treating.
There used to be people that used to like if they didn't have candy.
Sick person gives you pennies? Like a jar of pennies. Like, here you go, kids. Don't spend it all in one place. Who does that?
I swear to God, sometimes people used to give dollars.
That's not normal.
Like, people, no, it is normal. Or you used to get like a bag.
I get mad when I got toothbrushes. That's when I would get mad. They give you a toothbrush. I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? No, I used to like purposely go to the rich neighborhoods. I know they would give out like the full cans of Coke and the massive chocolate bars. No, we got smarter too. As growing up, me and my buddies would pack another pillowcase with a different costume and just change into the costume, go back up to the same house and get more.
Oh God.
Yeah, we are geniuses.
Okay,
yeah.
So no pennies for you. Dean and his wife live in Las Vegas. I thought they live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Maybe he will show up at the show. That's what David C. said in the chat.
Okay. We'll see. So we have Peter Avalon being the elite. He was basically at poolside or lakes. I don't know where he was. He was somewhere side. And basically they did this thing where like a fan comes and goes, oh my God, you're the librarian. What's going on? And he's like, oh man, that was quick. Hey, can I have a selfie? He's like, sure. And he goes, the guy's like, I'm so happy there's two of you. And then Peter Avalon gives like the whole, what, two of us kind of thing. So he wasn't impressed. And they did the same thing. They transitioned, did the same thing with Lena Bates, with a fan coming up to him, oh, good job, good for you for being the librarian. But, I'm so happy there's two of you guys as well. And then she got confused and pretty pissed about it. So this is probably what we just said not even a couple minutes ago, Tiff. This is probably going to lead to a intergender match at probably double or nothing.
I don't see that. It's different. So
I'm down for that. Then we had Christopher Daniels. He was without his two other SCU buddies. Instead, he had two replacements of Kylie Ray and Penelope Ford.
Yeah. I will be seeing this weekend, by the way.
So.
Oh, no, not this weekend. 2 weeks.
You're meeting her too? Like, are you going like a meet?
The ICW show. Her and Joey Janela are gonna be back.
Nice.
So I will go take more pictures.
So they want to, Christopher Daniels wants them to cut an SU like promo, so he starts it off, and this has got to be like the worst town kind of thing. Kylie's like, I kind of like this town. So she's being all smiley, like her playing her gimmick, and then Penelope Ford's defending that, saying, no, I actually hate this town. She's like, you know where I would go? I'd want to go to Philly. And Christopher Daniels like, no, not Philly. And then Kylie Ray starts going, yeah, that sounds like a good place. And then he brings up, no, this is about being or defending Southern California, and both of them just run down how Southern California is disgusting with the smog and everything. And Christopher Daniels just gets really pissed and ends it with I forget what he said, but he was like screaming. But that's how we got that. That was pretty funny. I thought it was cool.
I see you.
Then we had Hangman Page giving us a full year update, saying he's down to 2 cardio sessions a day, and he kind of like stops and is like, he's like, oh, man, I'm just so fucking fat and skinny. And then he tries to cut it again, and it transitioned into Nick editing, going, man, can we even use this? And he asked Matt. Then he looks over at Matt and asks him, like, do we know where he lives? So he's asking for his address. So
maybe next week episode, they show up at his house.
That'll be interesting. And then we got him again, but it transitioned to Cody and Brandy at Daly's place, where Fight for the Fallen is going to be held. They're there celebrating with the Jaguars. The 25 years of Jaguars football is their draft party. So while they were talking about that, Adam Page is seen in the background doing like backflips and training on the field. And Cody's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's like, you
it was on his Instagram too. That he did the 40-yard dash. Hangman Page.
And he's just calling him fat the whole time. Yeah. Hey, he's like, so fat. And then it transitions into a selfie video of Adam and Cody. Page saying that he ran the 40-yard dash in 3.8 seconds. Okay, I know you don't know this, Tiff, but that's really fast, and I don't think he can run that in 3.8 seconds. Probably why you see Cody back going, no.
It was really funny, that video.
Cody, Cody threw a perfect football. I guess you can throw it if you get it right in the center. Basically, it was like a perfect pass. Cody did that. And then Brandy was like selfieing on the one podium for football staging. He's like, "What are you doing?" Just give her the shit for it.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
She's so pretty. She could go take selfies wherever the hell she wants. Okay.
I love her new hair. She looks
She's
beautiful.
hot. She's hot.
And then we got Matt Jackson going over credit card statements over the phone. Two new things Kenny's added to the credit card: $5,500 for a live DJ, and $2,500 for organic salmon. That's expensive ass salmon.
I don't know. I'm starting to want to go to this pay-per-view more than anything.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Now. So he's pissed at Kenny, and then we get Kenny talking on his tablet phone to somebody, which we do find out who it is. He's saying that he's got, I got bands. I got Blink 182, and then Skrillex is gonna be there. He's gonna be doing the Kingdom Hearts game theme, and I love Kingdom Hearts. He's played a lot when I was a kid, or at least younger. He says there's even gonna be an Aerocast reunion. I don't know if anyone knows who Aerocast is. I meant to look it up, but I have no idea what he was talking about when he was saying that. And then he's saying he's on the phone with, he's calling him Steve-O. He's like, "Can I call you Steve-O?" Oh, okay. Maybe not. Okay, sorry, Mr. Amell. So he's on the phone with Stephen Amell. If you guys remember his actually pretty decent match at All In last year. Sorry. So he's on the phone with Stephen Amell trying to get him out there. Then he gets a call from the Villa company for Fighter Fest. And he asked for one more Villa to be, and he's like, "Don't worry, I got oodles and oodles." He puts it. Of money, oodles and oodles. He's like, "Don't worry, I'm the executive vice president. This is all gonna be. I approve this to be all on the company credit card. So charge it away." It was oodles and oodles of money. Oodles.
I'm getting really excited for this pay-per-view. I really want to go down there now.
Yeah, I know. I wish. I wish I had oodles and oodles of money.
Yes, give us some money.
We need oodles and oodles of money.
Again, what's the sponsor me and Kyle to go down to one of these pay-per-views?
Sponsor us with your oodles and oodles of money.
Yeah.
Oodles. Matt and Nick are at the gym. Next one, basically, it's called Fit Body Boot Camp. They said they haven't had a match since January, so they're a little rusty. They know that Penta and Felix are in ring shape. They've been wrestling 2 to 3 times a week almost. So they said they have to train to get back into ring shape. They were with trainer Dustin Bogle. And we basically get a montage of them working out, doing box jumps, medicine ball throws, some burpees.
Can I just say, Matt's ass? Let's talk about that.
We'll be talking about that. But, they were doing the weight push things. I love the one thing where they're passing around the medicine ball, and then Nick super kicks the medicine ball. That must hurt, man. That doesn't look too not. And then they kind of brush up on their lucha libre, which looked pretty cool as well. They kind of did a couple of moves there, and then they said they're basically ready for Double or Nothing. So Tiff, better question? Are you ready for Double or Nothing? Yes, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
I'm not ring ready, but I'm ready. Definitely not ring ready.
You're not in your full gear? You're not ready for your full gear?
I'm in my full beer.
Oh, okay. Full beer on the 25th, guys. Which we're still going to try to figure out if we're going to do live.
It's hard. With the YouTube delay, it's hard. It's so hard to do.
We'll see. Maybe we'll do it after.
So, yeah, we had Matt and Nick on the phone, and then Trent Beretta calls him. They have him as Trent ? In their phone. Trent's wearing a really villain-esque shirt. I thought it was Marty's shirt at first, but it wasn't. But because I saw the umbrella, I'm like, why is he wearing a villain shirt? That caught my eye right away, and no, it wasn't. I was kind of sad. Trent asks, what are the best friends got for Double or Nothing? You guys haven't said anything to us. And then Matt and Nick are huddling. Damn, we forgot to book these guys. How do we forget? They're on the. Are they? They're like, are they in the roster? Yeah. Damn it. So Matt. So no, this is where Matt takes a subtle jab. He says, 50 guys on the roster. Man, that's so hard to book. So he kind of makes a jab at people saying, "Oh, they have too many people. They're not gonna be able to book them." So this is what this was. This is what this I caught that not a lot of people caught. This was the jab at people saying that they're booking too many people. So Matt whispers in Nick's ear and says, "Hey, we got something big for you. Here we go. The pre-show battle royal, just like they were at all." And the Trent's like, "Oh, yeah, that's cool. I love it. Yeah, battle royal again. Yeah. Thanks, guys." So they hang up, and then it just shows like, the Young Bucks told him like, "Yeah, you guys can do that hug spot, and you do the Okada, the zoom out."
Oh my god. Oh, I want to watch that again.
I was dying. And then after Trent's pissed on the phone, he smashes it, and he puts a cigarette in his mouth, and it transitions to his best friend with his cigarette in his mouth, and he's saying, "There ain't no way we're gonna be in a pre-show," and his dog's like moaning too. That's how we end up being elite. So I was like, "Oh, okay." So best friends aren't happy that they're in the pre-show. Interesting.
I don't know. We still have a couple weeks. Do you think maybe the possibility of?
Well, they made the poster at the end of the episode. I don't know. Maybe. I think they'll probably be in the. I just see them being in the.
Royal.
Battle Royal. Pre-show Battle Royal. Yeah.
Well, since this, we came up with our fan tweet. If you guys notice on our Twitter page, fan tweet. How would you book best friends for Double or Nothing? So if you guys have an answer, and if you got some answers, write them in the chat. Or if you're watching this later, leave it in the comments below. So we have a couple. So Margaret, I'd probably put them against Private Party. It'd be a great match.
Oh,
See,
I like that.
We got that like last episode, Private Party.
Maybe they do like a open challenge, and Private Party answers the open challenge.
Ooh, I like
That'd
that.
be cool.
Yeah. Pro wrestling fandom. I would open the pre-show with Private Party versus Best Friends, but I would really like what they're doing with Trent here as the voice of the words undercard, showing his disappointing at getting instantly slots, and I think there's a really interesting long-term story to tell here.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Richie Rich. I would put Best Friends in a match against two of the top talents from AAA or against Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah, Super Smash Bros. I forgot about them.
Yeah, because we saw that, like 2 episodes ago on the phone? We caught that.
I'm leaning towards Private Party for whatever reason. I like the concept of an open challenge thing. Like, we're not going to be forgotten. We were one of the first signees. Like, they're cutting a promo in the ring, so they're going to hold an open challenge. And then Private Party answers the call, so...
Yeah.
Let's
see. Zach James Cole. They are mad that they're not invited to whatever the Private Party is and get an invite to a Private Party beatdown. Year begins. Ooh.
These are good.
I'm getting hyped because I like how like everybody's kind of on the same page here. Let's see. Okay, then we have another one. Max. They're so mad about being in the Battle Royal, they'll eliminate themselves after the match concludes. They cut a promo issuing an open challenge. The open challenge is answered by the Super Smash Brothers, now going by a new name that they won't make Nintendo's lawyers angry.
I like that. Even that one's cool. That's a cool concept too. I like that.
And Wrestle Talk Show just said that they would like to see a street fight. So, with some good tweets. Thank you guys. I love when you guys like.
Thank you guys. And if you guys want to tweet, you get in on the fan tweets. We usually tweet it a couple of days before the show. Make sure you are following us on Twitter at All Elite Pod. That's most important. That's how you get in on the fun. Get your answers read on the show, and you get your Twitter handle shouted out. Look at that. Easy.
Yes, and leave your comments below if you're watching this later. We always answer it back.
Yes. But yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I'm actually also intrigued. The theme songs. I don't know if we're going to get some debuts of the new theme songs at Double or Nothing for some wrestlers, because I know AEW is working on getting new theme songs for people. So it's going to be cool. I'm assuming Jericho's probably going to use Fozzy still. I believe Cody owns the rights to the one he uses now. And as for the Young Bucks, I'm assuming they're going to just use the ones they use now as well. as for other people like Britt Baker, we saw in Double or Nothing, Rhodes Double or Nothing, that they're creating her theme song. So I'm excited. She sings her own theme song. So, or no, she has that one girl sing for her, but it's got to deal with her character. So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited. So, yeah. Thank you guys for the tweets out there. So we'll end it off like we always end it off with the news and rumors. And I'll kick things off here, and it's got to be with the Lucha Brothers. We came across this. We weren't too sure, myself and Tiffany. So again, a lot of these news and rumors, guys, you take with a grain of salt. We are not an official news source. We just read what the news and rumors are out there. We give you guys our take on it and our opinions, and we want to hear, most importantly, your opinions on it. So again, drop us a tweet or leave a comment down in the YouTube section below on what you guys think.
And we take phone calls, so I know we forget to bring that up. So I think we have time for some phone calls if you want to just call, interrupt us.
Interrupt us, we don't care.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lucha Brothers to be exclusive to AEW or just exclusive in general. We found out. So Dave Meltzer, there you go. Of the Wrestling Observer reported via the latest episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio with Garrett Gonzalez that he's hearing the Lucha Brothers are soon to be exclusive to All Elite Wrestling in the United States. According to Meltzer, Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. are tying up their loose ends storyline-wise with the other U.S.-based promotions, and that's because they are apparently going to be All Elite full-time, and Meltzer has previously heard the same would be said for the two with AAA in Mexico, so with that company as well. The full quote from Wrestling Observer Radio is below right here. So the full quote from Dave Meltzer is, none of this is done, but everything I'm kind of hearing is that Phoenix and Pentagon are soon going to be exclusive in the United States to AEW. I know that the deal that AEW and AAA were trying to make with Phoenix and Pentagon was to get them under contract where they would only work for AAA in Mexico and they would only work for AEW, so that would get them out of the Crash, Lucha Libre, and out of CMLL. And it would also mean Impact and MLW as well on top of that. And I know MLW was going under the idea that they're finishing them up, so this looked like maybe the same thing, that they are finishing up their time in Impact as well. So basically, what I'm taking from this is they're going to be exclusive to AAA and AEW. So when they wrestle in Mexico, it'll only be for AAA. If they wrestle in the United States, it's only going to be for AEW. So that's interesting. So the Lucha Brothers just had a barn burner of a match, which they dropped the Impact tag titles to LAX at Impact Rebellion. In addition, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. are set to challenge the Young Bucks for the AAA Tag Team Championships at Double or Nothing on May 25th, when the company debuts its first headline event in Las Vegas. So that kind of makes sense a little bit too, because they just dropped the Impact titles. If they're wrapping up their storylines with these other United States companies to be exclusive with AEW, we'll see. Again, you got to take what Meltzer says, and a lot of these companies or a lot of these people out there with a grain of salt. They're just most of them are speculating. A lot of them like to say they know, but they don't. My take on it, I guess our take on it was, I would be down for them to be in All Elite Wrestling. That would be huge for the tag team division. Obviously, these two are insane together. So I'd be so down for them to be exclusive with AEW. And I like the concept of them being exclusive with Triple H. You don't want to ruin that relationship either. Mm-hmm. I'm sure AEW doesn't want to burn that bridge. Maybe, they can have some other people come from AAA over to AEW as well. I'm sure they don't want to burn that bridge, like I just said. So I'm loving the exclusivity of just being in Mexico with AAA and just being in the United States with AEW. So that's my take.
Yeah, and speaking of AAA, Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers in AAA scores 5.4 viewers.
5 million people, not just 5 million.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I do that a lot too. Let's see. So this past Friday's edition of AAA Television, I can't talk today. Channel drew in 3.2 ratings, equaling 5.4 million viewers, giving AAA their largest TV audience.
Yeah, Azteca TV. Yeah,
that's crazy. So I agree with Kyle.
5.4 million. You guys think of that for watching one match. 5.4 million. Raw and SmackDown are barely getting up to 2.8 right now. 5.4 million people watched that. If that doesn't give you the idea of what's going to come for even just Double or Nothing, like, give your heads a shake out there. People are still calling this company a glorified T-shirt company. They're not going to be big. They're going to fail and blah 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 blah. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You know what? When it starts getting big, I'm going to be the first one to point my finger in your face and say, I fucking told you so. Anyways, yes. 5.4 million viewers. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So, good, Kyle. Continue next news.
Well, I mean, to put it in perspective, when the last time WWE last scored 5.4 million viewers, was the last time that actually happened was the Raw after WrestleMania in 2015.
Oh God.
That was the last time that happened. They had 5.36. So the show was after the Raw after Mania for WrestleMania 31. It was mostly eventful edition, but it featured Daniel Bryan defending the IC title against Dolph Ziggler. It had Damian Mizdow versus Stardust, Cody, AJ Lee, Naomi and Paige versus Natalya and the Bella Twins, Rusev versus Goldust, John Cena versus Dean Ambrose for the United States Championship, The Authority versus Roman Reigns, Ryback, and Randy Orton. God, that drew 5.36. Damn. While the Young Bucks appeared on WWE television in the late 2000s as an extras on programs, they had a larger audience in the U.S., as also noted by Lucha Blog on his Twitter. After the news broke, it was most likely the largest viewing audience to ever have watched a Young Bucks match. So that's interesting as well. So that's the last time WWE had that type of viewership, was back. Just put that in perspective. Those were the matches that were going on at the time. They have a better roster now, and they can't even get 5.3. So that says a lot.
I ain't watching it, so.
No, I completely stopped. Like done-zoed.
I think people like DM me and tell me what's going on, or I just read Twitter because between all the bashing on Twitter, I don't need to watch it.
Right. So AEW. So speaking of AEW and like them with viewerships, they're pulling out all the stops here to get to have a big start. So they're already having a big start with these pay-per-views. Now for their TV debut, AEW is actually looking for a Lex Luger big surprise in their TV debut. AEW's television deal isn't announced yet, but fans are already expecting.
We got a call. Hold on, let's take this call. Welcome to the All Elite Podcast.
Hello?
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for?
What? Hi, Cupid girl. Or secret detective in the chat. What's going on?
It's no secret now.
Nothing much. I've just been sick. I've just been sick this week, but I mean, John Moxley made me hot today.
Oh, God.
Excuse me.
Listen, you're gonna get chicks that are gonna say hot things about like all these men. I mean, what do you want? I mean,
well, anyways, the video, yes, it was exciting. Were you excited?
If he's on the Double or Nothing, then yes. But if he's not, no.
Oh, come on, you gotta give him credit, man. He wants to do what he wants to do. He's gonna do what he wants to. He's gotta do whatever makes him happy. And he should be happy for him.
It's not that I'm not excited for Double or Nothing. It's just that like some of these matches, like
no, not Double or Nothing. I'm talking about John Moxley.
Oh, John Moxley. Yeah, I'm excited for him because Jesus Christ, that video was just super good. I'm really excited for him if he goes to AEW.
That'd be dope. What if he shows up on Impact?
Oh no.
Damn.
No. Johnny Impact needs to not have John Moxley in his way.
Oh boy.
No.
Could set up a good storyline. I don't know, Cupid. I'm liking the Impact idea.
NXT to go mess with your finest.
Oh, fuck the finest. Sorry.
Anyways.
Anyway. AEW stuff here.
Yes.
Just let's keep it AEW.
But yeah, I wanted to ask a question because like y'all said, on when the LAX and Lucha Brothers had a great match at Rebellion on Sunday, and I was thinking maybe LAX should be in this match between the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Ooh, I would like that.
That would be great.
I would like that. I'm a big fan.
Like add him to the Double or Nothing match?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
they will, but because they've promoted this match forever.
Like later down the line.
Yeah.
Maybe like Frighter Fest or Fight for the Fallen, maybe.
Apparently there's a Felix. There's a spot where Felix looked like he got hurt in the match, but apparently he's okay. So that's good. That's good news. Well, there's also a spot we watched at House of Glory. We thought Felix's legs were going to be chopped off, but he jumped out quick and was like, "I'm okay."
Absolutely. So
yeah, but just LAX in particular, just LAX. I feel like they should be AEW bound.
We saw him at House of Glory too.
Yeah, I'd be definitely down for that. I don't know if they're gonna be at House of Glory this Sunday because I'm going. I gotta look at the because they're facing against a bunch of Impact wrestlers. So Tessa will be there. But I love though. I'd be down for them to go over there.
Yes.
Have some great tag team matches. Private Party.
They're contracted from Impact, correct? Like they're under Impact Wrestling's contract, I believe. I wonder how much freedom they have with that. Like a one-off, sure, but to sign with AEW eventually, it would all depend on how long their contract is with Impact Wrestling and if Impact wants to keep them. Like these other companies that have these awesome tag teams and wrestlers that we'd love to see in AEW they're still gonna try to hold on to some of these people so that they're not just breeding grounds for AEW. So who knows? It's all gonna fall under where their loyalty lies.
We shall soon see. I gotta look up their contracts, see how long that's there. So I'll look into that.
But yeah, but like I said, those two in particular with Conan too. I feel like they would probably boost up the tag team division way more.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to their tag team division as well in AEW. I'm sure also they're going to do a lot more scouting to see, find teams that not a lot of people are aware of and try to give them a good name. So I'm excited for that. Also, them bringing obviously big names such as LAX would be huge. But yeah, as one-off, I'm all for it. If they want to come and do like a match at Fyter Fest, by all means, take my money now. So, yeah, we'll see.
So, okay, one more question. Sasha Banks. We still have not seen her at all I have not seen her on Raw or SmackDown.
I think she got sent home by WWE to calm. Well, they want her to calm down. As for it sucks because it's so in the middle right now because they could be either pulling a Luke Harper on her and not going to be. They're going to hold on to her contract as much as they can, and do whatever they can because WWE's doing these sneaky ways of, just they're freezing your contracts, which is so bad, and it just shows how unprofessional most of the time the WWE is for being such a big company. As for her, I don't know. It's tough to just. I could sit here and easily say like, oh yeah, for sure she's holding out to be in AEW, or this could be a big work. Like this could be a work. That's another thing. It could be where it could be real, but they've sent her home to calm down, and now they've maybe they've promised her all these things. Like, okay, you're gonna get the championship. We're gonna do a better job booking you, and now they're just kind of holding her off TV until they can find a proper space to come in. Maybe return at Money in the Bank and cause a title change or whatever, something. So who knows? I would love for her to be in AEW. If she comes over to AEW, that would be amazing. If I was her, if I'm putting myself in her shoes, I'm not going back to the WWE. The WWE has literally screwed her over since she got called up to the main roster. When she you just think about all her title matches that she had. She barely held on to the title after she's won any of them. She lost it instantly to the first title defense she's had. They've improperly booked her for the last 3 years. Why would you want to go back? Like if you're sick and tired of this company and the way you're being treated, why would you want to go back even if they've made promises to you that we're going to change? I'm sitting there going, no, you've lost me. You've lost my interest for like this girl wants to wrestle. And I'm sure AEW would pay her significantly, if not the same as RB plus more, to actually show her off and show and give her the chance to show what she's good at, and that is wrestling and what she wants to do, what she's passionate for. They would make the boss character way better. They would just make the character way better in AEW. Basic bottom line.
And see, like, I mean, it's sad. Because, if WWE does give Sasha her opportunities and stuff, like, I mean, it's not fair for the other women. Like, I mean, I feel like in my head, like, sooner or later, when she does come back, she'll probably take the title from Becky.
I feel bad for anyone right now, any woman in WWE that's not blonde, that doesn't have big boobs and long legs. Because if you don't have any of the three, you're not getting pushed. I'm sorry. It's clear as freaking day here, people. If you are not blonde, have big boobs, and have long legs, you could be the worst wrestler in the world. You're still getting pushed. Vince still has that fetish with women like that, and it's disgusting. And everyone else is going to get pushed to the back of the line because of it. So, you don't believe me? Look who their top girl is. It's not Becky Lynch. It's
Danny
Charlotte.
said in chat, she has a lot of time on her contract still.
Yeah.
So, and it's true.
Yeah.
They'll probably freeze.
That's what I mean. They'll freeze it. They have this thing where they'll you can have the littlest injury, and they will freeze your contract until you're healed, and then unfreeze it when you come back fully healed. And that's what they're doing with Luke Harper, which is a real shame. Like, why? I don't understand why they did.
That's right.
From a business standpoint, I know where they're coming from. They don't want to lose these people to rival companies to have them, gain more interest that way. They want to, but at the same time, you got to think moral-wise, WWE, that you're burning really bad bridges here.
Happy?
Yeah.
Want to make your talent happy? They put on good performance.
If I was her, I wouldn't go back. You're not going to get pushed. You're not going to get what you want. Why would you want to go back? I know it's your dream to work for the WWE and wrestle for them. Come to AEW.
But we all don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We all know what
we can just sit here and speculate.
It's a lot more than we know, So.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Luke Harper because he had a great match with Donovan Dijak at Worlds Collide. He had the best time of his life on that show, and then he got his release, and then they're freezing him. They're keeping him for another month or so. He could do more things in AEW than WWE because y'all basically ruined him.
This is why we're excited about AEW, you guys. This is exactly why. This is why I was like, we have to do this podcast because I haven't been this excited about a product, and it's not even on TV yet, guys. Yeah. Come on. All right? I'm buying T-shirts. I'm buying zip-ups. Yeah. I am just this excited for this.
It'll be more in a glorified T-shirt company. I'm telling you. You right now. If not, we'll be the most successful T-shirt company in the world.
I got comment the other day. I mean, I walk around with the zip-up all the time. I went to Target. I went to the checkout. And the guy was like, this AEW. He's like, where could I watch it? And I'm like, it's not on TV yet. October, So we're excited. We're ready. And you know what? Even me being this excited, I'm going to other indie shows where these guys are because I want to see them. Mm-hmm. So I'll see Joey Janela and Penelope Ford wrestle again in a couple of weeks. I mean, I'm just excited. So this is what I'm living for now.
So, anyways, thank you, Cupid, for calling in. Really appreciate it.
Welcome.
And we look forward to hearing from you in the future on the show.
Yeah, and fuck the finance.
Yeah, great.
Bye.
Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Tiff, hang up the phone, please.
I did.
Okay. Oh, wow. Anyways, like I was saying before the phone call, guys, the AEW is looking for their big Lex Luger, big surprise in their TV debut. AEW's television deal isn't announced yet, but fans are already expecting a big deal to be made about their eventual weekly show when it does finally premiere. One of the biggest things fans are excited to see is who else might be debuting for the new company. Dave Meltzer discussed CM Punk possibly coming to AEW during Wrestling Observer Radio. He said the Elite is looking for their Lex Luger moment, which made a reference to how Luger surprised everyone by showing up on the first episode of WCW Nitro. This is a quote from Meltzer. He says, there was a mention of CM Punk, so that'll get people talking. When they do their first TV, do you think they're looking for their big Lex Luger moment? I got to think that they'll do anything to get their moment on their first TV appearance. I mean, there's always Bill Goldberg. As far as somebody who's out there, there's a lot of opinions, or there's a lot of options. Bill Goldberg, I mean, he would do it, I suppose, but I do not know what would it really mean. Okay, you do it, but it's like, would he really fit in AEW at all? Although you could use him as an attraction, I don't think that it is what they're going to do for Bill Goldberg, because that's bringing back somebody from the past. It goes on to say CM Punk is a wild card in this situation, which is nothing new for him either. Only time will tell if AEW is able to do something like this when the TV deal finally arrives, and they could very well be planning a huge surprise, making the biggest splash possible with their new promotion. I think they are doing something like this. I think for sure we're going to get some major surprise, something big on their TV deal. Whether
Tweet.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I can see it either way. I can see either being a Lex Luger moment, someone big out there that joins the company and walks out, does something like an appearance of some sort, or maybe it's something else. Maybe they have something else planned, something huge, like a
Marty?
like Marty, or maybe like it could be like, thinking off the top of my head, it's a moment maybe they kick Cody out of the Bullet or out of the Elite. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a huge moment. Maybe Jericho joins the Elite finally. You know what I mean? It's gonna be something huge that's gonna get people talking.
Yeah.
I could see a Lex Luger moment. Yes, that would be sweet. We obviously CM Punk's a name that's going to be thrown out there all the time, especially after what he just did, showing up at a random wrestling show with a mask on and GTSing someone. Like I said before in the previous episode, there's something to that. It wouldn't make sense for him to randomly just do that. It doesn't make sense. So if it's CM Punk, man, if it's Punk and he appears on AEW's first TV deal, like the ratings are going to go through the roof.
Oh, internet's gonna break.
Like, and it sucks because now it's a time back when Lex Luger did his thing. It was a time where dirt sheets weren't really a thing, so people didn't know. Now it's hard to hide. Like now it's harder than ever to hide if Punk's gonna be there or not. So, but that could also be a small blessing in disguise because that will get people's eyes tuned in before the show even starts. People will hear the rumors like, it's all but confirmed that Punk's going to be with AEW and appear in the first show. People are going to read that and go, okay, so I've read that. I want to know if he's actually going to be on the first show. Let me go watch the first show. You know what I mean? Like it's drawing eyes to that show. So if he does, it's going to garner more interest because they're going to be like, oh my God, like I just read this saying that he's going to be there. He's here. I've been, they can be CM Punk fans for a long time and now get to watch him on AEW television. Here's the other thing. Punk's, he's not young anymore. He's old. He's at a point where his body's banged up from WWE. He's banged up from his MMA, his small MMA stint. The guy basically doesn't want, I really don't think he wants to be full-time. If he comes to AEW and he does that whole first TV appearance, I wouldn't doubt if he's going to be somewhat under a contract like Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is with AEW. He's not full-time. He's said it before that he only plans on wrestling a couple events a year. He'll do what he needs to do on TV and stuff, but he's not going to be full time. If Punk comes to AEW, I assume it'll be the same contract as Chris Jericho in terms of appearances. And I wouldn't doubt that he likes the idea of what I brought up a couple weeks ago of the off season. If the off season is true and Punk hears like, okay, there's going to be an off season, I'm going to have time to relax and do all my stuff that I want to do during that off season, like hang out with his wife, maybe try to have kids, do like Comic-Con stuff during that off season. You know what I mean? Like Punk's still going to be able to have fun. So maybe that's enticed him to come over. So in terms of all this with AEW's having a big Lex Luger moment, I could see it happening. But I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't a Lex Luger moment, but some sort of big moment in general happening in their first TV deal. Something's going to give. I don't see them just going into autopilot and just showing, say, a brand, like just a bland episode, beginning pilot episode. You know what I mean? Something big going to happen.
Yeah. Tony Khan's going to want it too. PW Fandom said, picture this. Austin comes out spilling beer all over the place. JR is screaming, Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Stone Cold. And then Punk comes out and decks him. Welcome to AEW.
Oh, man. Everyone thinks, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, here, I'm going to elaborate on this, fandom. People think it's Stone Cold. Like, Stone Cold's the big Lex Luger moment. You know what I mean? Like Stone Cold has joined AEW. And then Punk, maybe with that same mask, jumps in and gives Stone Cold a GTS and takes the mask off, and it's him. You know what I mean? Something like that. That'd be sweet. I would love that. That'd be unreal. Yeah, that's cool. Stone Cold.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what happens. As for some more news.
Yeah, Tony Khan did an interview also. Here, could CM Punk sign with AEW after he recently made his in-ring return? He's a great talent and a great performer. I don't know if that was Phil in the ring, but he's great. I'm from Illinois and I grew up around Chicago sports, and he's obviously very popular there. So I know he's a big fan. What else? His 5-year plan for AEW. I watched a little bit of this YouTube clip. I don't know if
I haven't caught it yet.
Yeah, I have it. So the 5-year plan for AEW, that he will build up a brand. We will have built up a roster, and we will have established ourselves as a top brand in wrestling for people who want fast-paced, exciting action and want a product that is more of a sporting-based product. Thank you. Yes, please. I talked a lot about how I want wins and losses no matter to matter, because at the end of the day, that's why you're having the match.
Exactly.
They're going to be a winner and a loser, and it matters. It should matter to your standings in the company, and it should matter to your standings in the chase for the championship, which at the end of the day is what everyone is trying to attain.
Love it.
So, I'm being compared to WCW. I don't want to be compared to any other wrestling company. We're AEW and we're doing something very different. What's great is what we will offer, what we'll bring back to 20 years ago, and there will be a major alternative. There will be a second company with great production values and great exposure. It'll be easy to watch and give you your shows with the top wrestlers and the best match on a regular basis. There's something that hasn't been readily available to people outside of WWE in a long time, almost 20 years.
I love that. See, basically, it's the alternative. It's going to be the alternative for you guys out there to watch AEW. It's going to be different than the WWE. They're going to take it more seriously, a more sporting appeal to it. And there's obviously something there that they want to be competition. Competition is not ever going to escape. But they also want to be known as being the alternative. It's going to be different from what you see on the WWE. It's not going to try to compete with the same product. They're going to try to defer from that and give you something different that they don't show. And I wouldn't doubt if WWE tries a lot to copy a lot of what they're doing once that gets going. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of what AEW starts to do first, transitioning onto WWE TV, because they're going to want to get those eyes back on the WWE. So we'll see what happens, but I'm glad if that's the 5-year plan for him. Love that. I'm so excited. Gets you more excited for this company. And speaking of their TV deal, a lot of people seen this and we're like, okay, well, maybe it's not Turner. But Turner Sports didn't mention AEW in their tip sheet. We previously reported that there were plans for Turner Sports to mention AEW's television as a part of their media upfronts. As it turns out, AEW was not featured on the tip sheet, and they ended up handing out at all. However, Tony Maglio was quick to report that this is nothing to freak out about, because they could very well still mention AEW during their presentation. He says, he tweeted, just got the tip sheet for the blue carpet talent at Warner Media's Turner event. No AEW mentions. Don't freak out. Last I heard, they were on track and hopefully for a mention there, not an announcement. Checking in with sources. We will have to wait and see if AEW ends up landing when all of the cards are dealt. It is impossible that this is taking longer than expected because there is a lot to work out. However, it doesn't seem like AEW will be a focal point of Warner Media's upcoming presentation to hype what is coming to networks. My guess is they didn't want to mention it right away because it's going to be a big surprise. Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to make a really big thing out of it, and they didn't want to mention it now to let it get leaked out there. Basically, they just don't want it leaked. They want to make this a big announcement. So that's my guess. So that's other than that, that's all I came across for the news and rumors so far.
Yeah.
I don't think you have anything else.
No, I think we're good.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for episode number 19 of the All Elite Podcast. Again, make sure you go follow us on Twitter, myself at Real Kyle Masters. Follow my co-host at Loves to Dream 82, and make sure you are following All Elite Pod on Twitter. We are also available on Instagram at All Elite Pod and Facebook at All Elite Podcast. Make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, lets you know when we're going to be live. And make sure you are dropping a like and a comment down on the video as well. And if you want to listen to us on the go, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and Spreaker. You can find us all on those platforms. And soon, Google Play Music will be hosting All Elite Podcasts on their podcast platform. Other than that, guys, I'm your host as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, joined by my co-host, Tiffany. We'll see you guys next time for episode 20. And I just want to say, I think by the next episode, we will have a date set up for you guys when we'll be doing our our double or nothing predictions. So stay tuned. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. See you later.